Advent of Code Day 3, less than a minute out. There we go. And we are ready to go. Get my template ready, get my input fetching script ready. And we are a minute out. Just to look at last or yesterday's solution, I did not think of any optimizations, no changes, none in the slightest. So it's just as we left it. For those out of the loop, Advent of Code is a yearly December long group of 50 challenges to released every day at midnight EST, in which you're given a prompt, an example of some data, how to turn that data into an answer. You're meant to solve it however you wish. Then you're given a giant, significantly larger set of data, and the challenge is to solve it and submit the correct answer. And I will be attempting this in 5 seconds. And I will explain it after the submission is closed. So let's run that. Whoops. There we go, in the wrong folder, but we're there now. Here's our sample data. It's a matrix, so it's a world, coordinates, X, Y, all that fun stuff. Sum is this number here, and now I have to actually do reading. Add up all the part numbers in the schematic visual representation. Any number adjacent to a symbol, even diagonally, as a part number should be included. Periods known as count as symbols. These are the symbols in question. So grab a symbol, grab all around it, sum them up. Two numbers because they are not adjacent. 114 top right. Oh, those are whole numbers, not series of digits. 58 middle right. Okay, every other number is adjacent, and so is a part number. So in this example, 2 isn't the number, it's 592. Interesting. Okay, well, my brain's not liking this one already. Const world equals data dot trim split by new line dot map line dot split, just so we have an array of arrays. Make the data somewhat consistent. So I need to find every symbol and then do a 9 by 9 search of it, grabbing every possible digit, then starting at that digit, going find me the number, which is start from wherever I found it and go directly left. If I find 2, they both need to go resolve to the same one and not do duplication. Could do some kind of mapping of saying, hey, look, I found a number here, children, but I'm not going to go that complicated. So const find so for const row of world for const call. I do need my coordinates though, so I'll need the old ones for let r equals 0, r less than world, r plus plus for let c equals 0, c less than const row equals world, r c is less than row dot length c plus plus. Boom, we have our coordinate iteration working. That's car equals row c if car is symbol, so is not number and is not dot, not equal dot and not digit. That test car, that means is symbol, and then what we need to do is search around them all 9 coordinates for their numbers. So const neighbors equals this for let ro equals 0. I can hardcode this for const ro of -1 0 1 for const co of -1 0 1. Can't hit numlock. const nr equals r plus ro, and bring that up a line. Const nc equals c plus co. Nope. Watch out for the 0. Come on. There we go. If ro not ro and not co, same coordinate. Continue. Just ignore the world. But boom, we have our new coordinate, or our new column, our new row. Const new car equals world and r and c. So now we have it. What we need to do is handle basically digits found, and then from all those digits found, I will resolve them into whole numbers found. So let's add that. Const digits found. Boom, digits found. Sure, that's gonna work. Found.push r and r, c and c. These are the coordinates of the digits found, of course. Okay, then it'll be for const rc of digits found. Okay, what I need to do here is traverse to left of each as far as possible. Store a new array. Move dupes from array. But before we do any of this, this is of course not happy because this is not declared correctly. This is a number. Well, this is not actually correct at all. It's an object, and I've done that wrong. RC, got it. Okay, let's make sure this is working so far. It's just found again. I'm already feeling like this is a longer way of doing it. Yeah, okay, I know failure's failure. And yeah, I'm not seeing every single one marked here. Again, this is where visualization would help, but we are not at that level. So const digit to first to whole number. There we go. Now it's going to be RC. Nah, let's not do that. Let's do it in the loop. Whole numbers equals an array. We'll define the type in here. While, okay, let's do this. Let CR equals R, while CR not, while CR is, while CR is a digit, so digit rejects, wrong way. Dot test CR, then CR, keep going back. And am I handling the logic of, I'm not handling outside of a board stuff, so this can be optional, right? That's the way I do that. If new car equals undefined, continue. This handles out of bounds beautifully. And CR is of course this, so while the character at CR, just let car equals, this is horrible. World. I'm not changing the row either, I'm changing the character. So it's CC. And then CC goes down. Yeah, because we're going left. Row, character, yeah, we're going left. Yeah, it's all horizontal. Okay, well, that's a character, keep going back. And CC greater than 0. Okay, there's a 1 by off error here, I can see it. But we're not going to deal with that right now. So once we go as far as we can to the left, then we traverse as far as we can to the right. Digits equals right here. I need to determine where this actually places me. And figuring this out now is going to save me time in the future. So let's do that. Great, so CC is 0, C2, R0, C0, 1, 2, R0. So it left me on the digit, but why? Is it because I was at the end or because I was at the beginning? Modify our data to see how the cases are being handled. So now it should be C1. C0, not what I expected. Hey, Xamble, thanks for coming on by. Appreciate the hydrate. Okay, which means this isn't doing what I wanted. If I do it here, will it be one off, basically? C1. Okay, so one case it's one off, one case it's right on. What I need to do is fix this or just patch it quickly. Okay, let's do the logic here. If world RCC -1 equals dot or not equal digit. So I'll just do another one of these basically. If it's a digit, then CC minus just one more bump back. That should mean in all cases CC is one behind where it needs to be, which means CC++ puts me back at the beginning. And that should be consistent. Two more tests to prove it. CC 0 in that case, and CC 1 in this case. This will be the last test I do. Not really handling one-digit numbers, though, in hindsight. Okay, that appears to be working. Hopefully one-digit numbers are handled. Uh-oh. Oh, where'd my breakpoint go? Yes, one-digit numbers are lovely handled. Okay. So, basically same logic here. But we can simplify it knowing there are digits in front of it. So while that is true, well, we'll do that. But first, push world CC, and then num equals digits dot join with nothing, and whole numbers dot push. We want the beginning and we want what we found. So let's const start C equals CC. There we go. R is R. C equals start C. Value num. Good enough. So at this point, we just sum all the ones that are part of the engine schematic. Return numbers.filter. This is gonna be a good one. Whole numbers find index, a loop number, JSON.stringify, loop number. Memorization is not helping me out here. Find index of the one that equals JSON.stringify. We want to get rid of the duplicates. Triple equals WNI, the actual index here. It feels wrong. Has an any type. Okay, ignore the type. The test should tell me if this is working or though. Okay, of course, TypeScript angry. Okay, probably an easier way. Matrix. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna convert this to a dictionary if it doesn't do what I want. I have a console around here. Oh no, I just have. The heck am I returning? Oh, I have them. I need to unique whole numbers equals whole numbers. There we go. Return unique whole numbers. Reduce a plus b dot value start at 0. There's my summation. Shut up, TypeScript. Nope, don't know what that was. Okay, now values aren't working. Numbers are wrong. They're not summing because they're still strings. So I think we can just convert them to numbers. Okay, so actual 73, expected 4361. We don't have enough. I expected having too much. Okay, let's check here if unique whole went down or up. expected it to go down. Okay, unique whole numbers 34, actual 48. These are the ones I actually want to. Oop, lots of value zeros. Lots of value zeros. Okay, and lots of duplicates. Oh yeah, those are the duplicates, okay. But in my parsing, I should see no duplicates. Okay, I see no duplicates. Let's see what I was expecting. Did I break my sample? I did break my sample. This could be completely working code for all I know. Did it run? 4, 5. So now I am over the limit. Okay, okay, now we're on to something. So I have too many numbers, or I still have duplicates. It's a great thing about debugging. Good to figure it out. So 4, 36, 114, 35, 633, 617, not 58. Oh, what's 58 doing here? Who invited you? 592, 664, 598, and 755. Okay, yes, all of them but 114, which shouldn't be here, which is here, and 58, middle right. Okay, so I can go through digits found. That'll be the culprit. So 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 5 should not be in here. 0, 4. Okay, so that is not in here. So it is the generation of whole numbers that's doing the problem. So somewhere this is the problem. Okay, I'll just check when number is 114. I can track back from there. It should only be the second one, so 467. Great. I bet you are 114. Okay, who are you? So, yeah, row 0, column 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why did you add every... Oh, you literally added everything around you. If new car equals undefined, continue. Or new car dot... Well, test. Oh, the other way. It's only looking for digits. Dot test. New car. So I just completely forgot this. So if it's undefined or it's not a digit, don't look at it. Big number, which makes me scared of part 2. Great, an engineer. The missing part, one of the gears. The gear is a thing that is adjacent to two-part number. Gear ratio. Okay, gross. Same engine schematic. Okay. Number is here. This time you need to find the gear ratio of every gear and add them all up. This one, there are 2 gears. First is top left, the star. It has those part numbers. So its gear ratio is whatever. The second gear is lower right. Gear ratio is, if this is a multiplication, a 1 adjacent part number. Okay, so you only have 1 part number. You suck. Adding up all the gear ratios. Okay, so I'm going to reuse a lot of part 1 for this. Surprisingly. I say that sarcastically. It's very par for the course. Okay, but now I only care about symbols that have at least 2 part numbers. So I need to group them by symbols. With the digits, and then I need to regroup them by the actual. Right now my digits need to turn into numbers, but my numbers need to get reattached to the digits. Because right here I have 3 digits around me. if I take each one and I do it in the moment, turn those into whole numbers, that's optimization, but digits found. Symbol is RC. Yeah, so they will just persist all this information. And then, yeah, go ahead and persist your symbol. Yeah, just keep the data. Keep the data. Okay, so again, this is part 2. We have all of our unique whole numbers. Should all be trackable to the same symbols. Save that. Part 1 did take a while to run. Might be commenting that out shortly. Okay, it wasn't too bad of a delay. I'll get rid of solve 1 code. Okay, yeah, part 1's being quite of a delay, but okay, looking at unique whole numbers, we got 8 of them. They all track back to their symbol, 1, 3. We can do a reverse mapping of this to go from symbol to unique whole numbers. That'll give our unique gears. 2 numbers is this right here for cost. Oh, we also want to trim down the uniqueness, so let's put that here for const blah of unique whole numbers. If not, well, const s key equals blah dot sim dot. Gonna be lazy. Hey, we love a lazy key generation. If not s key and symbols to whole nums, symbols to whole nums s key equals empty array, symbols to whole nums s key dot push blah. Hey, Darth Knight, wrong. Long time no see. Yeah, I'm slowly, getting my energy, free time back. So we push that in the array. Boom. We now reverse that mapping. So const with at least 2 equals object dot entries. Yeah, busy with a new job and just stuff in life happening. Gotta focus priorities, but things are calming down a bit. So free time's coming back, and I get to use that to do stuff like this again. Get back in the Discord, stuff like that. Filter, S key, things dot length greater than or equal to 2. TypeScript has failed me. We shall ignore the TypeScript. Wow, I have to type ignore myself. Very sad. There you go. Yeah, I caught a few of those Banky bunches. They're still a blast, still going on. Loving the new website UI stuff. And yeah, React is a beast. So reduce this a plus b dot. Well, hold on, 0 there. What is symbols for at least 2 nums? B dot. What is this? What is this type? String unknown. What I want is I want to take the gear ratio is the product of all of its children. So all of its children is B1 dot. Come on. Yeah. It's never gonna slow down, really. It's always gonna be some people needing sleep on mattresses. Oh, that's not good. Oh, entries ruined my TypeScript. Okay, so b1 dot reduce a b a times b start at once a product. TypeScript is failing me, but I'm also failing TypeScript by not giving enough data to infer. Yeah, there's no way it's gonna work. Too many things untested, so we're first gonna see if symbols to whole numbers actually worked. Again, writing out a lot of assumptions. Okay, symbols to whole numbers. So yeah, this one's got 2. Wait, the only one is 1, 3, and 8, 5. Is that correct? Only 2 gears. Hey, that worked. Okay. Symbols with at least 2 should give me 2. beautiful. They're entries. That's what happened. Object. Well, I care about the lengths, right? So it's B. Let's go inside, actually. Get in there. So B dot one. Okay. Maybe it was right and I was wrong. B dot one. B1. Yeah. B1. Reduce A times B. But here B1 is. What is B1? B1. Yeah, B1 reduced. What are you? You are a thing with a value. You don't just multiply by the thing, you multiply a thing dot value. Again, riding without TypeScript. And it's here, but we have told it to be quiet. Ooh, big calculation. Lots of thinking, lots of thoughts. Too many numbers, maybe. A 909. And back up in the thousands. Loving to hear it. Okay, yeah. Rust has gotten knocked off. I appreciate that, Death Knight. Yeah. Just a little rusty this year, but it's always a blast. Yeah. Fun thing is that both work and the old Discord are doing Advent of Code stuff, so now I'm a part of two groups joining on this little competition, a little fun. What the heck are they visualizing here? They skipped four of them. So yeah, that was some crazy. Lots of optimizations to be made here. That's yesterday's. And this one, actually, I'd say is going to be quite, well, yeah, this one's I'm definitely going to want to visualize at some point. Yeah, so this one's going to be straightforward. You find a symbol, you do a little zoopy radar scan, like, pew, 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 kind of ray tracing effect. Then you get all the neighbors. Maybe once you hit your first digit, you do the digit scanning sequence, go back, mark it as completed, and you do that for all of them. Maybe have a running total sum somewhere that goes up. The ones that don't get scanned, once all the symbols are looked at, get turned red. Very sad. That's good. Part one. Part two is going to be similar. Like any star symbol. Did I just luck out with that? I did no unique caring about star symbols. I lucked out. Let me look at the input. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it at this point. God, okay, this is a big chart. It's probably 100 by 100, right? No, it's 140 by 140. What? So 140 by 140? Yeah, interesting dimensions. But I'm just thinking, there are other symbols. I'm trying to find an example of a symbol that's not a star or an asterisk with two parents, but I'm not. So I guess that had to be intentional generation of the data to have it that way. That's had to have caught some people though. Lucky me. Yeah, that second visualization would very much be very much similar to the first one. So part two versus part one. Don't anticipate making separate for either. I'm just gonna probably be doing the one. Did that fit change? Yeah, it'll probably be the same one. Hey, of course, yeah. Night, Death Knight. Good night, Death Knight. Appreciate you coming and saying hi. And yeah, I'll definitely be able to catch me in the Discord at some point. Okay, so yeah, I think what I'll do here is, no, both visualizations. So it'll be a part one and a part two box for visualization purposes. And I'll just do them in one thing. It'll be more complicated, but it'll be easier to write one slightly more complicated than two to whole. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and commit this. I'll leave that there. And then we will do the optimization at the end of the break. Da da ba 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 da 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 da. Day 3. And with that, it do be break time. So catch you on the other side. Be sure to stretch, hydrate, and relax while we optimize this a little bit. And no guarantees visualization tonight. I'm thinking of this one, so this one's definitely on the list. Hey, X-Metrics. Yes, I am somewhat on my redemption arc of returning. Yeah, classic AOC. Good excuse to bring me back. Yeah, just, a lot of life and, other things took priority, but yeah, free time's coming back and so am I. Hope you've been doing pretty well since what's been a year-ish since I was last really active streaming, or like 8 months otherwise stuff. Boom. There, yeah. That's quite a big change there. Yeah. Hope it's all for good reasons. Hey. Yeah, that's how it goes, basically, isn't it? Real estate. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Mm. See, what you do then is you just start renting out each floor as apartments. That's the way. Oh, that's sad. Yeah. So the solution to that is to carpet everything, right? So you can't slip on carpet. Nah. Oh yeah, much more manageable. Yeah, it's kind of the thing. It's like, oh, congratulations, you have all this square footage. And I'm like, well, I don't have 10 children. What am I gonna use all that for? Why am I paying so much to heat and cool all that space? Ah, 3,000. Yeah, that's wow. Wow. I, I have only I don't I think I've been inside a house with like 2,500 in LA. Look, I've never been in those houses, but I've heard the reputation. Wow. Ah, do. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, push all the wrong. Nope, wrong button. Eh, push all the wrong buttons. There it is. Okay, found it. But yeah, I'm saying we just how do we install all OBS? All my stream stuff is just broken, basically from scratch. But yeah, we finished up day 3 about 5 minutes before you showed up. Yeah, it's already on day 3. That's 2nd of December. It falls counted pretty well. I mean, yeah, it's been pretty going on pretty well. Day 1 was a little harder. Okay, I won't spoil anything then. Well, kind of hard not to be spoiled while I'm doing the problem. So I won't spoil the other 2 days then, but that's all I can guarantee. Ah, okay, then you know it's a little. Yeah, it was simple, but comparatively to the other day ones, it felt like a little bump there. At least in the timing, judging by the world, it was a little more than the normal day one. But yeah, it's been a blast so far. Yeah, I could agree there. But yeah, day 3. I solved it with this beautiful, absolutely immaculate. Look at all the TS ignores. Lovely code, just the best. And there are some optimizations to be made, so that is what I shall get on to now. So first the repetition, whole numbers and digits. That is a commonality in literally both of them. So da 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 da. Const locate blah. Yeah, so I need just whole numbers in general, then I'll do other stuff. Yeah, lots of iterations going to be on this. It's not how you make an arrow function, but it was close. Yoink. Yeah, that's always for easiest refactor. Just remove the duplication. Then clean the duplication. Whoops. There we go. So just wrap those two up into a nice, lovely little function. dot sim. Oh, I copied the old one, which didn't have the symbol reference on it. Time travel time. Power of Control Z, time travel suit. There we go. We'll put this inside the other one. And Back to the Future. Of course, of course. Hey, good luck to you. Yeah, good luck getting the sale and the new, much more manageable house. I would have asked to look at it myself, but LA's quite a few time zones away from me, so ah. Okay, hold numbers. Okay, time to use the real thing. Ba-da-da. No, stop looking at the GitHub. We don't care about the GitHub. Okay, so now that is happy. Now we need to actually do good stuff with this. So this one needs the inversion of relating symbols to them. This one is fine with it as is. And this I've broken into two steps. One to get the digits from all the duplicates and then remove the duplicates. The other one to just find them. So that can all be deduplicated the heck out of. I'm also thinking about this as a process. I start with symbols and I find digits around them. Would it not be simpler to do the inverse? I say that because if I grab 35, well, if I grab 3, then I'll find all the symbols around it. I will associate it to this asterisk. I will not look at 5 because I will write in there, hey, you're a number after another number, like you're part of this. Which means when I grab 6, I'll associate it with this symbol and then not look at 33, 6. It's the more challenging one. I will have to look at the neighbors of all the digits. Now I'm seeing the overlap here of search because I'm going to have to do the same for 3, which means these 3 positions are checked twice in this case. And that just scales, of course. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. Going for the symbols out does seem like less operations in total. Let's look at the input. Yeah, there are less symbols than numbers, and the numbers have more surface area anyway, so yeah, symbols, that is the right first thing to target in on. Okay, so that basically means I like what I have. I'm just going to condense it and not do it in 2 wholly different steps. So once I find myself a character, okay, this can be improved. We're not doing that. We're doing big changes, then we'll get down to the teeny tiny little ones. So boom, we found ourselves a digit. Found 5, we found 3. Well, in this case, we're going to find 7. Then we're going to, when given a location of a digit, this function will need to return the whole number of that digit, which is a number of things. It is its value, its starting, and its length. Well, I can get its length from its value. So the data is there. I don't need to store it all. Value, starting, row, column. So what happens when I find the double? Okay, boom, I found 3. That is 3, 5. I found 5. I will resolve it back to 3 again. Oh, hey, I already have that one. Throw it out the trash. How do I determine I already have it? Serialized key, row, and column. Now, I can serialize if I really want to a single integer with the multiplication trick. But JSON's going to be our first easy go-to. Yes, that's going to be my approach. It's going to be returning effectively unique whole numbers. Would it be acceptable to flip it back to symbol based just to reduce the work here? But does that add work here? This function is getting extracted. Uniqueness is not going to be an issue because it's going to be handled up there. So yeah, if I group them defaultly by, what do you call it, symbols, it will not be additional work. Hey Wade, how is it going? Long time no see. Everything's been going good with you. Just optimizing Advent of Codes Day 3. Const symbols. Well, give me some symbols without any digits. Should probably start using the correct terms also. What are these part numbers? Engine part numbers. What were the terms they use? Any number adjacent to a symbol is a part number. There we go. Symbol part numbers. This is a record of... Well, actually, I don't need to do the association there. Okay, we'll do the association there. String to... No, I'm just going to let inference handle it again. AKA be lazy. Boom. Okay, we found one. Now we need to do this work right here. Boop. Hey, whoa, dude. Thanks for coming on by again. Cheers to you also. Just optimizing day 3 here. Move up. Okay, there we go. So set of digits found. We say for this entire symbol, because this is the one right here. Boom. Const found part numbers. Lovely array. And boom. Now we push it to here. Found part numbers dot push. Actually, this literal whole object. Well, just that part. Like so. And now if there are any found part numbers, we save this symbol in our symbol database. Symbol part numbers. It's supposed to be an object. Boom, it's an object now. JSON.stringify RC. That's our lovely key equals found part numbers. Yay. TypeScript confused. Okay, let's give it a type. Record of string to, the heck is this? Array of row column values. It deserves a type. It's not getting one, but it deserves one. Actually, I can do a record. Record R the value. They're all type number. I have to spell number. Bada boom, bada bing. I failed though. That's an array of these. Boom. Cheerio. So that should make that happy there. CC equals C. Whoa, CC equals NC. Don't we love unnamed variables? They're the best. But not R. NR. Almost got tripped up there. Okay, that should do the trick, but this is only if there are any found part numbers. We don't care about symbols without them. Boom. If we got any, you can have them. And now I've broken something. Oh, TypeScript is so confused. Poor TypeScript. Okay, so symbol part numbers. Oh yeah, because tsignore is on this, so it's literally not doing any checking. Yeah, we return different stuff now. So now what I need to do is to go back to the original plan, which is just summate all the ones with values. So that's almost like a flat map. No, I need to turn this. But now this is a record, so we need object.values of this. Then is what? Flat map. This is for each values an array of records. Part numbers. Part wrong symbol. Part numbers dot map. Part number. Part number dot value. There we go. Give us all of these and then reduce. I know we're breaking the rules of map and reduce here. If you can. There you go. Yeah, this will only pass part 1. I interrupted my own thought. If you're mapping and reducing, you can do all the mapping inside your reduce. Not gonna be crazy though. 78's angry. Be quiet. There never was a part 2. Ignore that. Okay, math bad. Time to figure out why math bad. Let's start here, because this is the main thing that changed. Should be somewhat easily to parse the information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there are 6, and they all got some symbols. So this one's got 3, 4, and you got 2 35s. The duplicates. I didn't get rid of the duplicates. Okay, so we found one, we push one, lovely. But we gotta make sure one's not already in there. So it'll basically be a find index first, which we're wasting. See, all the operations here. So much waste. Very gross, very bad. It's okay for now. If found part index of fpn, well, pn JSON.stringify pn equals JSON.stringify the hard-coded one, not equal -1. Basically, if we found it, then there's a duplication here, and I have done something wrong already. Oh, find index, sorry. Index F, that's not helpful. Basically, if it is equal to -1, then congratulations. You're a special, unique flower, and you can go into my awesome array. Boom. Duplicate's gone. Still very bad code. Let's go on to part 2. Yeah, gratefully we don't have to do this map anymore, so we just say symbols to whole numbers, which I am calling symbol part numbers. Chomp, 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 chomp. Now this is what I can do. So const symbol. This doesn't feel good, but it will suffice. Basically, entries, filter, it's literally the same thing. But it's on this now. And things properly marked. And then once we have that, I'm trying to think. We don't need the key anymore. So we can just say values on this whole party. Boom. I have at least 2 part numbers. Congratulations. And then, whenever you're doing this, you can tack that right on the end. Instead of being B1, let's do some type looking. B is the record array. So, yeah. Boom. Productize all them numbers. Then we straight up return this. And since it's used once, we shove it in here. Ta-da! Feeling good about that. There we go. Works like a beauty. Fix all the formatting. Gross. It's hard to read this, but it works. And this isn't good to read either. It's not the worst. Okay, so at least this has made Solve 1 and Solve 2 a lot more manageable because all the gross stuff is happening up in the locate whole numbers. Let's stop doing that. So this duplication detection is one painful thing I do not like doing. This is redoing a lot of work. So there should be, because when you're doing a flood fill, for example, you never go back over the same ones because you mark them as processed accordingly. I'm thinking if I should do that for digit indexes. Okay, I'm trying to think. We have a symbol here, the symbol here. Would it be valuable for this first one to be marking these three as processed? Prevent this one from even looking at them. Or the processed memory just be useful for the digits, reducing, literally recalculating the whole thing. Let's start with the digits first. Cost scene. Digits, new set. Wait a minute. Yeah, I can use a set. I'll just unstringify the locations. Again, by the end of this, we're going to use the multiplication to use integers to represent locations and not these JSONs. We ain't there yet. Again, this is only for digit looking. Okay, yeah, this is going to be this part here. Where we say scene digits that push JSON stringify R and R C C C. This isn't feeling useful anymore. Because when is this actually going to stop it? This would stop it at this point here. If scene whatchamacallit includes new characters, location, which stops this processing a little bit. Okay, it's fine. Let's implement it. I'm not gonna keep it very long though. R is new R, C equals new C. At the very minimum, this should not break anything. Did that run faster? No, it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. Going crazy. Okay, so now this is a tech actually only being ran once per whole number, which means this duplicate check is no longer needed. Nope. I do not need to pseudo this. This is making me think of whole numbers that belong to multiple symbols, though. We still are double processing for them. Let me find an example. Do not make this hard. Come on. Come on. Oh, really? Is this another constraint of the data? A whole number can never belong to more than one symbol? No, it's gotta be. No, not. Huh. Okay, man. The generation of this data is always interesting. I did see their talk on it, but it is impressive. A whole number never belongs to more than one symbol. or a part number, whatever. Interesting. Hmm. So this is working very much. Just had a thought though. If I went off and I just identified all of these first, because I can, since this is very regexable, just find all the digits, give me the number, and then I effectively mark these other positions as containing them. Then whenever I go to a coordinate that has this, it'll be an O of 1 lookup to this whole number. Oh, sounds like needless complication though. So let's not. This is gross, but I'm not too concerned with it at the moment. How about this? Not concerned with it at the moment. Hmm. Got it. We can combine the filter and the reduce right here. B dot length greater than or equal to 2 question mark that. Otherwise 0. Bam. Oh, did I break something here or up there? Because I feel like I broke something up there without realizing it. What? I don't know. I'm very confident that was supposed to work. Ah, parentheses. Da, 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 da. Gotta watch them. Operator precedence there. Hey. So what's happening was that without the parentheses, this was being the order wasn't being executed correctly, basically. This was not happening first, and when it relates to A plus. But with the parentheses, this does evaluate first, and then it's added to A. Beautiful. Now, I feel like this is poking at me. I can squash that again. Let's see if I'm lucky. So, B. So, what is B in this equation? B is the array of records. So, if I reduce that, I can shadow the variables. They're not going to hurt me. Plus B dot value 0. So, just put a sum inside of a sum. So that works. Complexity, I'm feeling, is almost the same. I like the flat map for its clarity, though. So we're gonna go there. Or its readability, rather. Do I need to do value mapping here? Yeah, it doesn't really make a big difference, but I like it. Okay, now onto this dirty bit here. While it's a digit. So this prevents me from going off the edge. Let's just see what happens if I let it go off the edge. Amazing. And now if I get rid of this, things start catching on fire. Nope, I fixed it. Good job, me. I knew I could do it. Don't remember fixing it, though. Oh, I didn't delete that. I wonder. There we go. Okay, it's like break anytime now. Okay, so current character is basically going back and then going forward. Not the best, but it works. I don't like it, but it's working. This is all kind of big. Yeah, it definitely just needs to be broken up into its own functions. It's gonna make this more likable. Basically, if the row's 0, yeah, don't execute that. Let's at least make these better. Row offset, new row, call offset, new column. If it's undefined or not a digit, or it is a digit but I've already computed you, goodbye. Otherwise, okay, current column. Keep going left until you fall off the world or just go too far. And go back to the right. Part number. Start column. There we go. And we don't need this to be an array. Let part number equals string. You can just keep adding to it. Part number plus equal. Just keep adding those digits. And boom. Part number, but of course as a number. Okay, it's just going forward with it. Satisfactory, but we show up, like in this example, we show up at the end and we go left and then we go right. So I want to get here, I want to go left, but keep track of this digit here, then flip it to go back the other way. So I'd like to make a new function out of this. Definitely a new function. Time cost overall number equals R number C number. It's basically going to be all this lovely logic right here. We'll just rename you to C. I do need the world. There we go. R, there it is, and then we're going to return this. Boop, there we go. We're not doing that. No. Okay, this is satisfactory. We're losing that optimization, but no one cares about it at the moment. As I remove it, though, does this break duplication? It does, in fact. So let's do not include dupes. I gotta do that at some point, so that'll remind me to do that at some point. Instead of just keeping the RC, we're going to do all of them, which is the idea I was thinking of. So let's start here. Part number, this is basically where it's going to go. Part number. So while this is a digit, part number plus equal world R current column. I'm going to rename you to start call. Just rename you to C column. Okay, great. Now this is where things start flipping around. You add 1 to get back into the equation. Then we should add the length of part number to get all the way back to the equation. Plus equal part number dot length. It's gonna always be at least 1. Now this is gonna put me on or after, so plus 1 to go after. Now part number equals part number reversed. So Yes, the most efficient way to reverse a string. All saw it here. And then, yeah, start position technically is no. C plus 1. Okay, so congratulations, you do increment 1. There. Now you add all the other ones. Now this should be... It's going to be one of those things where we look at it mainly to figure out that it's working. Push, uncover whole number, world. What do I call these? New row, new call. There we go. Love that. In future, we'll deal with these duplications later. And yeah, let's breakpoint in here and see if this works. Thankfully, I have the first two as good examples. So 0, 2, that is the 7. So we're going to go adding a 7 to our party. And then the other number, a 6. So it's basically the wrong way around. Back to a 0. Jump to the end, 3. Nice, we went 1 after. Reverse my thing. Good. That's not a number. Awesome. And then our return value is our initial row and where we started, 0. And, ooh, loving that. Okay. Let's modify our example again. Let's say there's a dot here. There are only 3 ways of doing this, so I'm just going to manually do it to verify with my heart. So you're going to go 1, go another 1, you're going to fail. You're going to jump back to 3. Beautiful, okay. Now we're going to start in the middle, then we'll start at the beginning. 4, 6, 7. So it's going to start on the 6, go back to 4, jump forward to 7. Yep, same 2. There's the 6, the 4. Flip it around. We're going to be on 7. Nice. Nice. Okay, the last test is to be from the start. I feel like I got this working. Oh, okay, it's gonna go crazy. Let's watch the crazy. Hey, Rask, welcome on back. Great to see you again. Yeah, I'm over here just optimizing day 3 of the whole number detecting algorithm. 4, 6, 7, and the other ones. It is going well. I assume you're here because you also progressed on it. Or maybe calling it a night for part 3. It is getting late. I think I broke my sample input. Nope, that's right. Goody good. Okay. So what I just finished writing was my more efficient whole number uncoverer nader. Basically takes wherever the whole number was found from, be it the end, the middle, or the beginning, and it efficiently goes on back to its origin and collects all the digits without traversing over them more than once. But now I have the handle of duplication, which I had it handled, but then I removed the handle. Now, what I've been not resistant to, but putting off is the absolution of this to integers, because lengths can be interesting. Well, what are we? 140 by 140. So it's a square. Under the assumption it's a square, can do that conversion. Oh, you get some crazy regex? I had the idea about regex, but I was scared part 2 was going to be like, And now find the part numbers vertically or diagonally. If you're referring to the regex back in the Discord, let me look at that. Oh yeah, that's huh. Okay, so you're capturing any digit or any symbol not followed by dots, digits. It's a pretty bit, it's magical. I will say it's magical. Capture the group of digits and the symbols with a single regex. Yeah? Not something I would have come up with on the spot. Yeah, mine is much more brute forcey. Mm. Okay, yeah, I can see that definitely being useful. I was just like, hey, you're a symbol? Let's do a complete neighbor search for all of your friends. And then, oh, look, it's a digit. Give me the whole number. Which is what I'm optimizing right now, that whole number getting process. And for part two, I basically copied my part one solution and just associated them by symbols. So a lot of this did overlap to the point where it's in one function and it's just, well, what do you do with these part numbers and such? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's okay. I guess it makes sense. You are much more experienced in regex than I suppose. Yeah, I haven't needed to touch regex in a long time. Okay, yeah, profound part numbers. Yes, I have row, column, and then value. Yeah, it does. Going through the mundane human process is a bit more natural. I got a lot more experience doing that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna convert those rows and columns to IDs. Oh, MSW. Nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna trust that this is always a thing, and I will multiply it by. I'll just do the trick to turn it into an ID. I'm trying to remember what that trick is. 5 times 100 times 5. Yeah, you multiply x by the maximum x. You have 105, 105. Divide by 100. There's a trick to always do that. I just don't have it memorized. Great thing, I'll never need to convert back though, since I'm using this just for IDs. ID. I should look that trick up. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about yeah. I use mock service worker. Yeah, there's a lot of use that can be gotten out of that. Mm. Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of regex under the hood of route management, believe it or not. Yeah. But for those who don't know, it's a great library for mocking APIs of all kind, really. And let's do logic.js convert chords to show me the yellow or the purple Stack Overflow link, please. Ba, 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 ba. What the heck? No, this is not what I want. Just show me the math. No. Coordinate. There it is. There's the what do you call it? Purple link. Yeah, work's actually going pretty good. It's stabilizing a bit now. Been there almost a year, so gotten in the groove of things. So pretty happy and confident about everything going on there, and life is also calming down. So yeah, all that free time is starting to show back up. This is the math I was losing. It was modulus. Okay, cool. So cost chords to int equals x number y number max x number. There we go. Okay, da da da. X times max x plus y. Now, is this maximum? This is maximum plus 1. So, if it's 140, I think it's fine. Int 2 chords equals int number max x number. Now I'm just going to steal this math. Great, amazing math. It's my math now. Yeah, SDET. So yeah, software engineering tests for the most part, at least of recent. So yeah, making sure things are tested, quality is good, and automating that to as much as possible degree. But yeah, it's all thing test, all things automation. I'm XY. I shouldn't be. I mean, I'm fine XYing parameter names, but I shouldn't be setting them on the returns. There we go, and then boom. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, let me try to think. SonarQube. I do have experience with SonarQube. Da, 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 da. It's not a positive experience. I'm sure there are positive experiences. It was not fun. Lots of getting in the way. Eventually led to the team moving to something else. So yes, I have experience with it. It's yucky. Well, I'm not gonna say it's yucky. The way the instance I was interacting was configured and access management was managed made it unpleasurable to work with. It was useful at some points, but there's another tool out there called Sneak. It doesn't do the same thing, unfortunately, but it does less, and I believe it's cheaper on professional scale too. Yeah, this one's mainly dependency. Like, hey, you have this 5-year-old version of Axios installed. Fix that. There are 15 million vulnerabilities. This is what this mainly focuses on, which SonarQube also did, but this is more needed than anything else. Oh no, that's terrifying. Uh, yikes. Well, I mean, that's going to be literally any tool you'd use in that case. But why a fetch depth of... Wow. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Because there's... I think I've used fetch depth. The way I've used it before is to not get the previous tree. So if you just want to get the tip and no history. But yeah, that's getting the entire history, though, it sounds like. Why? Yeah, you see, this is how I've used it in the past, just to only get one deep and not 10 gigs of history. Hmm. Okay, so I assume it sounds like there's some kind of, hey, let's make sure no one committed a secret key in our GitHub, which is understandable. Checks that should be done. Maybe there's some historical things that SonarQube did. I never, like I said, didn't get fully invested in it. Either way, though, it seems like that is a lot of data that does not all need to be looked at. And at the very minimum, it sounds like it can be heavily cached. So it's like if you have commit A and then commit B and commit C, it's like, oh, SonarQube looked at this. SonarQube loved it. SonarQube loved it. SonarQube loved it. Oh, look, you have a new commit. Well, let's only clone all the way from the last thing I loved to the current thing I love. So that's only two if it checked the last thing, or N if like the last loved commit was so many olds. If like if like the current one is G or whatever, then sure we'll get C, D, and E, and we'll do our static analysis on all of them, I guess. Uh, well, that doesn't sound like a good experience there, Rask. Not zero? But look, it's probably the one you've been reading for the last week, I bet. Oh, okay, so here's all the stuff it uses it for, I guess. Hmm. Well, I'm sure you are far from the first. I appreciate you, asking, and hey, if we did get into it, probably would have had an answer, but I do unfortunately not. But you're not crazy. At the very minimum, I can confirm it's not a crazy idea. So yeah, I'm sure if someone else hasn't figured it out, then it might be time to start evaluating what SonarQube does for you, how valuable it is to stick with SonarQube, and you can find those features elsewhere. Or set up some heavy caching somewhere in the line. Like if it must do that clone every time, I'm trying to think of an easy way to cache it. Like if you say you're on AWS and you're like on the same subset or whatever, just like have it clone a mirror of your Git repo. So it's not using external traffic, it's using internal traffic, which is I think cheaper. But you're still gonna then have to make sure that one is updated, which won't be hard, just git pull every now and then. But it's a complicated integration to save a little bandwidth, which will save money, but compare that to other solutions. Yeah, it's not a simple problem there, Rask. Ooh, I want to use a map here. Maybe I don't want to use a map. Map too overkill. Heck, it's fine. What is this thing? RC value. Where's that record RC value? Ba-da-bop, ba-da-bop, ba-da-bop. Part number is right here. Beautiful. Push. Well, not push anymore. Chords to int. Part number R. Part number C. World dot length equals ka-chow. Now, if there are any in here, which gross way we have to figure that out. Keys. At this point, a map might actually be simpler. And then, boom, don't have to use that anymore. You can use chords to int. RC world.length. Loving that. Why are you angry? Why are you angry? Oh, because I'm putting found part numbers is now a... Yeah, that's right. We don't actually need those unique keys, because that was just for making it unique. We only need the values now. Values. Thank you. Boom, duplicates handled. Okay, this should be completely functional. Let's make sure I didn't break it too badly. Great, it's still in one piece. Yeah, love my little helpers here. I'm satisfied with this now. Yeah, it could be better, but I like it. Ooh, whole number. Properly keep these names right. This I might swap with entries. I'm gonna early return that. I have to flip that to a map. Okay, yeah, so let's start doing that. Let's go for our entries conversion for const our row of world dot entries. Bop, 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 bop. I do all this mapping up here. Data.trem. Yes, I'm so happy with that. Let's also do this typecasting. Part number, hello world. I copied two, sweet. Awkward. Or not, that's cool. Boom, part number just like that. Looks like I forgot a symbol. Number. Boop, boop. Awesome. Okay, now let's flip this to early return. Or early continue in this case. If car equals dot and or car is a digit. And yeah, I'm gonna turn that into one regex real shortly. Make sure that still works though. Loving that. So if digit or dot total loop. Anyway, as much as I love that, I do like my ASCII trick a little better. Wait, what's the logic? If it is a digit, say goodbye. There we go. If it's a dot or this, say goodbye. Otherwise, search all of our neighbors. Don't search ourselves. New column. What's this? Oh, they're coloring it differently because it's coming from a different origin. Who cares? Nobody cares. There we go. Loving that. Now all my symbols look the same color. So if new car is undefined or doesn't test, can I just use this and the undefined will cause it to become a failure? How does undefined compare with numericals anyway? We about to find out. So new car, hold up. There we go. So if it's less than 0 or I should give a try to TSX, by the way. That's just using TypeScript with JSX, is it not? Is TSX something else? Because I have used TypeScript with React in the past. Oh, it's a library. The more you know. Oh, it's the new TS node. Hmm, nice. Okay, yeah, why not? Is there anything cooler it does than TS node off the top of your head, or I'll figure it out in a moment. No, I broke it. You spilled. Okay, let's this is usually what causes those errors in my machine. Well, I'm just following the examples, but yeah, it does make more sense. Okay, oh, that was a lot faster. I'll give it there. I don't know if my globals are actually working. Yeah, my system is very broken. So yeah, that's not gonna work. But it is significantly faster. Yeah, let me time it real quick. I don't even need to time it, I can physically see it, but it is faster. Ooh, a whole third faster. Awesome. Yeah, broken system. It's okay. Hey, that's awesome. Thanks for the heads up on this. Oh, and now NVM is old? Oh, come on. What's wrong with NVM now? Fast and simple node version manager. You'll see we're able to work in some more blade cutting edge stuff. Oh, built-in Rust. Okay, say no more. I see what's happened here. I don't even think I need to really see anything else. It's just you one with speed on Rust, huh? Yeah. Before you know, our entire ecosystem is going to be supported by Rust, and I'm waiting for the day. Oh, nice. Mm, nice. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, it is some sad naming with the overlap there. Oh, it's also using ES Builder on the hood. I do like that. Ah, here we go. Sell me why it's awesomer. Zero config. Yeah, cool stuff. I'm also definitely gonna have to set this up for VS Code debugging because that delay when you hit the F5 to the actual run, it's a real. Yeah, look how much that was. So yeah. Oh, okay, I broke something. Oh, that's. Oh yeah, that's this thing. If it's greater than, yeah, if it's outside the range, basically. Boom. BEA, beautiful. And since, because I don't think TS Node had that, I know how this watch works. Cool, cool. And I change it. Oh, okay. I'm definitely gonna love using this. Because even if TS Node did have the watch, it was never good enough. Okay, yeah, so we flip that around to be good. Yeah. I mean, I say that now. I could find something I don't like about it and disown you forever, but the odds of that aren't too good. It's always great. New tool belt to have. A new tool to have on the tool belt, you know? Okay, so let me think. I like the row offset, I like column offset. I could straight map these to new rows, one line it. Let's see how I like that. R plus O, new row. Yeah, it's a little better, I guess. Ooh, this makes this impossible to do, though. Well, I can compare it to the currents, though. Yeah, that's primarily the reason why, I probably stay. I didn't keep up with the TS node, or that tool being kind of depreciated and NVM being depreciated. So, systems are much more, at least in my recent experience, of like, yeah, we're on this version of Node. The environment's on this version of Node. We're good. We're trying to keep all the ecosystem on this version of Node for reasons. We have some projects that are going a little faster than others, but it's stability over blazing new features. So not jumping around 15 different versions and such. And while I have been using TypeScript recently, it's been ecosystem TypeScript, so not independent little scripts and such. More of, hey, you want to make sure something works well? Write a test for it. Let the test run. You don't need to run it. Okay, so if nope, this is C. If I equals new row and C equals new call. Of course, yeah. I mean, I understand exactly how FNM works. Straight up replacement for NVM does the same stuff, but better and faster, probably. Why's it broken? Why you? Oh, there it is. Bottom one. Beautiful. Give it a did it run though. I'm not paranoid with you. Yeah, that is great things. That definitely I imagine helped a lot with adoption of these, new tools supporting the previous standards, configurations, etc., just making it super seamless. It's like oh, there's something else that I've been using. I'm trying to remember the name. Docker versus C. It's a Docker desktop alternative. Starts with C. Colimia. Yeah, okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, like this. very easy to adopt from Docker Desktop to using this. It's like literally just see things, install it, stop Docker Desktop, and run this. Boom, just seamless integration. So one less Docker license to manage. So yeah, the tools that make that seamless is just like a golden experience there. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't. It's if you're not doing anything complicated, you just need to run it. Then sure, it's great. I imagine there are some intricate differences to that it might not support Kalima or whatever. I'll throw in the chat and make it possible for you to just copy. But for the simple instance of, hey, can we provision less Docker licenses? It's like, yeah, that's easy, easy drop in replacement. Because new columns for new columns. Da, 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 da. That's good there. Part number, yeah, okay, this is all happy. Oh, I'm placing this with a map because it's not like that length check. New map. Number to part number. The set. Ka-chow. Yeah, yeah. I don't need to check the Sonar Cube pricing. I am already have a experience that has made me aware of its pricing. Hey, there are other tools that don't cost that much. That's all I'll say. If you're not really using all of its features in the first place, you can save yourself a pretty penny. Ooh, here's the thing. Values on a map. Remember, this is always a tricky thing you gotta do. I'm trying to remember if object values works on the map, because I remember being betrayed by this before. Yep, it's not smart like that. You gotta do the a dot values, but this gives you an iterator. So if you want an array, gross. It's like, why couldn't you be cool object values and integrate with that? There we go. Okay, liking that a lot better. Okay, now this record. How do I interact with that? I just do this again. I guess I'm using this. So I get the values, so I don't care about keys in that instance. And here, wait, I also get the values, and I don't care about keys in this. How that? I don't ever care about the keys. Okay, I care about them being grouped together by the symbol. I don't care about the symbol identity, right? So I do actually care about them being grouped together like this. But I could optimize here and just return the straight values. Which means it would be better served as a map. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Bada boom, bada bang. Okay. Now for this, we know it's spread of the values. Actually, can I do stuff on this? No, I can't. Yeah, I have to get to an array. And if I'm gonna do this on literally both of the solutions, what's the point of not doing it early? Remember, I just need them grouped independently. I don't actually need their original identity. Symbol part numbers. That's actually an acceptable name. So let's just do that. Oh, right here. There we go. Makes it 10 characters more readable. Loving that. Let's rename this too. That's a great name. Collect the part numbers. No, go away. I don't have two terminals. Oh, because I have that one. Yep. Okay. I don't think I've ever used this. Nope. Goodbye. Keep the type up there. My helper here. Let's rename this to collect. Collect whole number. There we go. Do that, do that. Still have the double processing since I eliminated my scene checks. Example, 3 will be scanned, boom, it's a whole number, and then 5 will be scanned, boom, return back to 3, whole number. But I'm honestly fine with that at the moment. Or to avoid that, I'll need to create basically the map in size and memory to keep track of things I've already touched, and I'm not willing to do that. Because I think this is about as optimized as I am going to make it. But yeah, so in review, the idea of what we're doing here is we have to go for every symbol, and for each symbol, we have to locate the whole numbers that are one of its directly touching neighbors, so one of the 9 adjacent squares, and with those whole numbers, sum them all together. So it means that we're essentially looking for the whole numbers that are not surrounded by symbols, which may or may not be a more efficient way to look at that. Once you find them, sum them all together. For both parts, that is essentially first done by collecting the numbers, first turning our world from a one old giant string to an array of characters, going through every row, going through every column, checking if the character is a dot or if it's a digit and ignoring it. So we are focusing only on the symbols, so the stars, the hashtags, etc. From each of those, we are generating the offsets of 1 to the left, same, 1 to the right, 1 above, same, 1 below. We are ignoring checking ourself for obvious reasons. We're grabbing that character using the optional chaining operator to make sure if we go off the world, so -1 or -1, it don't explode. We can watch it explode. Watch it not explode because we don't have any examples. Of course it won't explode. This could explode though. There's a possibility this explodes. I could have also done the checkup here to make sure don't go off of map. But this is lazier here because this will just evaluate to undefined if it does explode. And then it says, hey, if you're not a digit, we don't want to talk to you. So in this example here, we only want to talk to 3, 5, and 7. We ignore all these little dots around it and even adjacent symbols. From that part, we collect the whole number, which takes the world in the starting positions. And first goes to the left. So in this case, it creates 7, 6, 4. In this case, direction. It just grabs 5, 3 only. Another example. We don't have any examples on this, but it goes left first, flips what it collected around, jumps to the other end. So if it started at 6, for example, it'd be 6, 4, flip it around to 46, and then it'd jump to the 7 position, and then continue forward where possible. Try to efficiently collect the whole number value, then it returns it accordingly. We have that. In order to remove duplicates, we convert the beginning coordinate to an integer, and then save that accordingly. This prevents 35 from appearing twice because it has 5, which resolves to 35, and 3, which resolves to 35. Both are digits within it, but they only represent one whole number. The coarse integer trick, I remembered that, just didn't know the math for it. If you multiply, this is based on how many dimensions you have. We only have 2, so it's if you have 2 dimensions, do this trick for 1. If you have 3 dimensions, do this for 2, etc., etc. So if you multiply the first one by the maximum possible value of it, then mathematically it can never overlap. I do not believe this works straightforward for negative 500, but if you adjust it accordingly, do normalization a bit, you can make it work. This is nice. The only reason this matters, this gives us a unique value to use as a key. So if you ever see it again, boom, no duplication. Previous way, the cheap way, was just JSON stringifying something that was unique, which was row and column. But this looks cooler. It's really the only good reason for it. It's also a little bit more efficient than JSON stringify. Finally, if there were any found part numbers for this symbol, then we save it accordingly. This handles, we don't have any symbols here, but a symbol that has no digits around it doesn't get recorded. We don't care about them. And finally, we return the values. Now for part 1, our whole goal is collect the part numbers and then just only ignore the ones that aren't next to a symbol. So part 1 is already doing all that for us. But then what we need to do is just add all their whole numbers that are by symbols together. Since I have an array of arrays, flat map from the part numbers to get the values. It's just a bunch of numbers. You can reduce it all up. Part 2 is a little more complicated because we only want to care about the gears, which are asterisk symbols. So I lucked out in my data. There were no other symbols that were part of my input that had 2 part numbers around it. Then instead of just caring about those only, you only care about the ones that have exactly 2 part numbers. Dang, I got lucky with my data. I said greater than or equal to 2, not literally equal. Okay, so I'm going to optimize those 2 luck points in a moment. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not, and I was lucky. But yeah, what we want to do, it's all the same collection from before, but instead we only care about groups that have exactly 2 part numbers in their neighbors, and then instead of adding them together, you do other math. You just get the product, and you add all the product together. Those products get called the ratios for whatever reason. Yeah, this is this optimization or this being smartness. Hmm. Well, not just any input in. I want to get a hard-coded thing of all the possible symbols. Hmm. Yeah, let's just, throw some symbols on there. And as I throw it in, it'll fail. So if this or this, so if not. Basically, if you're not a symbol, toot-a-loo. Let's, try and... Da, 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 da. I'm trying to throw some bad code into this real quick. Paste. It's only 140 lines. Get over it. Stop. Place. All. Replace all non-global. Oops. There we go. Just getting rid of all the other junk. There we go. Now make a new set. Beautiful. These are all the symbols. Probably a cheaty way to do that. Easier way would just been to set the entire thing, but it's alright. Okay, let's just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, these are all the symbols we care about, like part numbers. Boom, we care about all symbols. Big fan. Versus solve 1 cares about all symbols. Solve 2 cares about the one and the only symbol, not the number 8. Beautiful. Makes that a lot more optimized now. Especially for solve 2. Probably runtime's great now too. I couldn't tell, but it's got to be better. So yeah, now we are fully compliant with the rules, even the ones that I didn't need to, be compliant with. But yeah, so once you get all the ones, it says, "Hey, you got exactly 2. Great. Let's product. Give me the product of all your values. Otherwise, I don't want to ignore you." And that is that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. Small change. It's gonna be straight up amend from my books. If you ever wanna care about that little difference, the VOD will have my previous version in it. RIP to whoever had that cloned. But yeah, with that, I say that should be about it for tonight. I had the idea for the visualization. I'm not going for it tonight. I'm already a little burned out, but this is one of the ones that I will be visualizing at some point. Days 1 and 2, not that interesting enough to do so, but this one definitely gonna be a fun blast to do. Visual Engine. Yeah. So I mean, last year I did, quite a few terminal visualizations, pretty easy access. One 3JS, one D3 visualization. Honestly, technology-wise, probably nothing too crazy. Like for this one in particular, it would be, I guess the most comfortable thing would be another terminal visualization, just like writing this out, colors, stuff like that. Not opposed to doing it in any technology. I haven't really done one in React recently. Yeah, it was the cube thing. Yeah, I actually, got unlazy. Sorry, I can't talk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I actually did got a little unlazy before the year started and put them all up here. So I think that was day 18. Yeah, it was the cube one. Day 18, the 3JS. I don't know. What the heck video? But yeah, it was the cube one. That was the 3JS. Don't know why that's broke. Yeah, it was that one. Oh, yeah, I also did this. Oh, it was Plotly. Um, Sunburst graph too. Yeah, not the most interesting of ones, but I was happy with that. And the rest, as you can see, terminal. And then that was the D3 one. Terminals are a lot. It's the constraints of it that make it easy to visualize, but not dump a lot of time making it perfect. Because the limitation of the terminal, you can only make it so good. So it's like, low ceiling basically. So at the very minimum, it's going to be a terminal visualization. But if I can think of a cool way of doing it, I would go for it. But at the minimum, it's going to be a terminal one, just kind of showing like this. Won't have the dots, obviously, but numbers, changing colors, a list of the current status, highlighting the algorithm. That's usually how I prefer them to be, kind of a follow along explanation of, oh, you can look at the visualization and see how it's being solved. Chalk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have dabbled with chalk in the past. I think the NPM new equivalent is Blessed. That's what I use for the crane one. Because I think I fiddled with chalk last year, like maybe on stream, but eventually just fell into using Blessed. Curses like library, yeah. Oh wait, chalk's the coloring one. I mixed it up. Yeah. Stuff like that's what I use the crane one for. But yeah, if I need fancy ones, I'll do that. But yeah, with that, I'll be calling it a night. Great seeing you again, Ras. Thanks for coming on by and dropping those new tools. I will be coming by tomorrow, same time as last time, for day 4. Hope you have a good night. Oh, it's 7 a.m. Oh, yeah, that's right. LA time. I will have a good morning then, Rask. Goodbye.